Hi, Pam DuBois with DMV Real Estate. Today I'm here with Josh Cohen, DC First Properties. And Josh is going to share with us about some rehab and some building that he's got going on in this neighborhood here. Josh is actually going to show us about 3 or 4 homes today, from rehabbing from the beginning all the way to the end process of the process. Right, Josh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Josh, first tell us a little bit, I guess, about this home right here.
So we've been building around here for about 11 years now, and what you're standing in today is sort of the classic definition of an emerging neighborhood. It's what we tend to select as a place to build is like a B or a B+ neighborhood that is in the clear path of progress. So for those that don't know, in a B or B+ neighborhood, you tend to find sort of middle-income family, homes from the 50s like the ones behind me. So what we typically look for is a B or B+ neighborhood in the path of progress, older inventory that's, you know, highly desirable if it was to be redeveloped. What we're standing today is exactly that.
Okay.
And in that type of focus area, that's where we're able to create what we call affordable luxury homes. Homes that are brand new, but priced between $750K to $1 million or less. Inside the Beltway, good locations. This is the affordable luxury model that we tell people about.
Yeah, that's great. It's a great price point. Yeah.
So if you're looking in like A neighborhoods like North Arlington, I mean, you're gonna buy a lot for $750 or $800, just the lot alone. So affordable luxury doesn't exist. Those homes are
For that price,
1.5, 2 million and up when they're finished. So affordable luxury works in certain areas, certain price points. And when you combine that with like an emerging neighborhood, you know, you sort of supersize your investment. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what we actually do. So affordable luxury means that basically we can't just build like any other builder does in the region. When you build typical Class A product, you know, you wipe the site clean, you excavate the new basement, you pour all new footers, foundation. When you do the business model that we have, there's only really 2 Class A builders that work this region. We're one of the 2. And what it really means is you have to be smart about your design. You can't just be that typical builder walking into McLean or Vienna or North Arlington. We have to be really smart about existing site conditions, what we can save, what we can't, how we can beef up existing foundations, how we stay within certain land disturbance limitations, how we deal with water drainage, storm runoff. We look at everything in a very smart, creative way in order to be able to do these types of projects. So we're not just, you know, taking a sledgehammer to the building. We're doing things really,
there's a lot going into it.
Really,
Really
strategic about how we do this.
Yeah.
With that, I'd like to introduce you to 2 of my colleagues. So our Director of Construction is HELEN SPANOS, and she's going to talk to you on these next 2 projects about sort of how we design, how we plan, how we prepare, how we do the contracts, how we get into the whole, you know, range of activity leading up to the finished product. And also Mr. Richard KRANICH, who's our lead project manager. He gets out there to ensure that, you know, company policy is being met, subcontractors do what they're supposed to be doing, that we build it to IRC 2012 building code, everything on the plans match with what we were supposed to do, all the scopes of work that Helen lays out, you know, everything is done exactly how we expected it to happen.
So here I am with Helen, one of Josh's main great colleagues, and she's going to share with us about this teardown, this complete teardown that they have here and what they're going to be doing with it.
So after we get the houses and we've torn them down to this point, we go in and we fix the foundation. So we basically beef up what we've already got, saves us a lot of costs on actually doing new foundation work. So in this particular house, we're actually gonna add 2 courses of block all the way around to level things out. It helps with the front elevation of the house when we do a new deck on the front and the front door, as well as on this house, they had a pre-existing sunroom / deck off the back with very substantial footers.
Yeah.
So we're actually gonna extend the entire rear of the house about 10 feet out, put up a new foundation wall along the back half of the house here, and then open up this entire footprint to be about 10 feet bigger than the pre-existing house was. So
Okay.
it allows us to make the house a lot bigger with, again, not having to go through the process of doing all of the excavation and whole new foundation work that a new construction would be in like Vienna or McLean.
Okay.
As well as if you can get into the hole here, you'll see that they had kind of jimmy rigged a sump pump system. We're gonna be backfilling this entire area throughout the inside of this house, and then putting a daylight drain to allow any water that gets into the crawl space to exit. So we found out after we demoed the house that we could eliminate sump pumps by just regrading and putting drains to the back of the yard.
Okay.
So it again saves the new homeowner a lot of headache with not trying to crawl down here to check the sump pump.
Worry about the sump pump.
So
well, that's good. That's actually really good.
Yeah. So all of this will start this week, and in about a month, you'll see new construction going up right here.
Well. Okay, here we are at another one of Josh's properties, DC First Properties, and I have with me Richard, and Richard's going to talk to us a little bit about this home they've recently acquired, right? Recently?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Recently acquired, and as you can see, it's in pretty bad shape currently, but this is kind of typical of the projects that we get in this neighborhood. You have a house built in the 50s, years and years of neglect. And then of course, obviously, houses back then, codes were differently, standards were different, so things just weren't built up to the way that we expect them to be built to today. So this is kind of a combination of different factors that we run into when we're trying to redo a project.
All right, and what about all the issues in here? Tell us a little bit about all the issues
So
that you guys acquired with it.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is an interesting project because this is another thing that's very popular that happens a lot is someone who gets into a project, amateur real estate investor, developer, builder, and they get into a project without really understanding the work that goes into it.
Yeah.
So this is a project we got into where, as you can see, they had started doing demo, and then once they got behind the walls, you find mold, you find asbestos, you find water damage, settling foundations, all kinds of really big problems.
Everything. Yeah.
All kind of wrapped into one package. Even so far as to see the 2x6 trusses up here won't support a second story, even though there's already a second story up there.
Oh, wow.
So even the fact that people were living here, it's extremely unsafe. It's unsafe. There's water in the crawl space. So once you start to get into all of these issues, you realize that you really kind of bit off more than you can chew.
Yeah.
And then someone like us who's used to seeing these problems, who knows how to fix them, we can kind of come in and then work through the process accordingly.
And take care of it.
Right.
Take care of it. Okay, Richard is going to share with us about structures on the actual property and the garage and the shed. Some important information.
Yeah, absolutely. So the shed is very unique on this property because it's actually been built too close to the neighbor's house, meaning that usually in most circumstances, that would mean that you couldn't have it. But because it's what's considered vested, meaning that there's tax records proving that it's been on the tax record for 15 plus years, we're allowed to keep it, which makes it a huge selling point for us on the property because it's allowing us to keep something that we wouldn't normally be able to build. So it's very important when you're looking at projects to check the setbacks, and that lets you know what you can and can't build on the lot. And then if those setbacks have been pushed, if the piece of the property is vested, you're allowed to keep it. You can change cosmetics, not the structure. So we're allowed to make this pretty and look new like the rest of the house. And it's a really big selling point for us in this neighborhood where most houses can't have garages.
So here I am with Helen, and this is one of the finished homes DC First Properties did, and we are actually going to do a walk through this home. And Helen, if you can tell us a little bit about the finished touches.
Yeah, so this is our 6722 West Lawn Drive house. We just are in the final stages now, so as you can tell as we walk through, you'll see spots on the walls. They're still doing final paint touch-ups and everything else. We're standing in the kitchen right now, so as you can see, the kitchen has a giant, it's about 7 by 4 foot island, 5 foot island here.
Very nice.
And we do Calcutta siltstone countertops. As you can see, we do all stainless steel appliances throughout the kitchen. Samsung, and then for this house we upgraded So we do glass backsplash, farm sink, Kohler appliance, or sink and faucet, large pantry, and then through the back door here, it shares the living space and the kitchen. We have a large backyard. So as we walk through, you'll see a dining area here, and then we'll have family space over on this side. So we've actually wired through for a formal dining area and actual living room right off the kitchen. All
nice
of our,
size.
Yeah, all
Very
of our
nice size.
trim work has been upgraded on this project. As you can see on the walls, we did the wainscoting just to give it more of that craftsman style. Again, all recessed LED lighting throughout our homes.
Yeah.
The light bulbs are all LED, so very energy efficient homes that we're building. It helps with electrical costs down the road. You know, you buy a big house and then your first worry is how much is water gonna cost me? How much is my electric bill gonna be a month? So we've tried to make them as energy efficient as possible so that people can heat and cool their houses very efficiently. We do eco-friendly glass windows, allowing insulation on the windows side of things. So even though you have a lot of natural light, you don't feel that hot heat coming through, which is very nice. And then
it's nice and bright.
Yeah, nice and bright. We do 9-foot ceilings, first and second floor, so it gives the space that big, open, grand feel. And then, of course, now like the style everybody's into, because apartments do it, condos do it, is that open floor plan.
Right.
So
nice
we try to eliminate as many walls as we possibly can, and you create your rooms with furniture and accent pieces to define your living space from your dining space and so on and so forth. So
it's got a nice, great open feel. This is really nice right here. This is really nice.
Yeah, so we try to, you come in through the front door, you've got a second bedroom, coat closet, bathroom, and then we just wanted to leave the back of the house as open and like grand as we could.
Yeah.
And you can see that throughout the space right now. So
yeah. And like you were mentioning before, this is actually the same size as the one that we just looked at that was demoed.
Yeah, so the house that you saw previously with like the studs and the rotten floors and everything else, this house is actually a little bit smaller, but once it's finished, it looks about the same size. But that house was a good representation of what this house was before we did the work we did to it. So we took this one down to the foundation, just like I showed you on the last project, and we went all the way up from the foundation level through to the roof. So everything, plumbing, insulation, walls, everything is brand new through and through on this house, just like the house we just came from. Up front, through after you come through the front door here, you've got a full bathroom here. So we like to put a full bath and a full bedroom on all of our main floors.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a great feature.
It allows for anybody that has guests visiting, elderly family members staying with them, the accessibility without having to go up and down stairs. So we do a full bath. We do frameless shower glass doors on all of our showers. And then through here, you have a full bedroom.
Which is a great feature. As you get older, basically, you've got a full bath and a full bedroom on the main level.
So you could move from the master into the first floor and not have to move out of your home because you have that accessibility of having everything on the main level. So a lot of times with the millennial buyers, they turn this into an office space or some kind of guest bedroom. So it works out that, you know, again, you have this feature on the main level here.
Yeah, that's a great feature.
And then on this house, because of some just reworking in the field, we have over here a full coat closet as you come in, but we kind of got a bonus out of it, and it's like a walk-in coat closet.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a great size closet. Nice. So here we are in the backyard, and just tell us a little bit about the backyard.
So the backyard, we're very fortunate in this neighborhood. Most of these houses have nice big square lots. So when we got the yard, it had a lot of flower beds, a lot of old trees that were like half dead. So by cleaning it out, we've resodded it now, and you can see how nice and square it is. We actually had a realtor come by the other day, and she said it would be great for a swimming pool. So I mean, it gives, it gives a lot of options to the home buyer as far as what they want to do with the space back here. But it's all new fence all the way around, so it's completely private for kids, pets, anything like that. And that's a standard that we do on all of our homes. So we fence in all the backyards so that you do have that
Oh, that's good
private
to know, yeah.
space for your dog or your child to play. So
And it really is a nice sized backyard. It really is a nice. Okay, so here we are in the master bedroom, master bath, master closet. You're going to tell us a little bit about that?
So this is the master bedroom of this house. You've seen the other two rooms. So we try to keep the rooms as big as possible. So rather than squeezing like 4 bedrooms into an upper floor, we like to put like the laundry on the second floor, give the shared bath in the hallway a nice big open feel, and give the bedrooms a bigger space. So we like people to walk in and be able to know that they can put more than a twin size bed
in here
into a kid's room or a secondary bedroom. So right now we're in the master. As you can see, very light filled. Plenty of room for your king size bed between the windows here.
Yeah.
We've got a large walk-in closet on this house. So over here you'll see a very large, very nicely laid out walk-in for the master bedroom. Lots of shelving, lots of bar space. We custom build a shoe shelf, sweater shelf, whatever you need it for.
Oh, a shoe shelf.
Right there.
Yeah.
So basically the closet I wish I had all my life.
And you can have.
And I still don't have. So
and you will.
we'll give it to somebody else to enjoy for now. And then all of our master bedrooms will also have a master ensuite. So we have a full bathroom. We do double vanities in all of our master baths, as well as
that's beautiful.
a full shower with bench. So the master bath on this house, we actually did a double shower head. So you've got your normal shower head. You've also got a rain head. So all depends on the mood
That's
you're
a really
in.
nice size
But,
master bath.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things you can almost put 2 people in there if you really had to in a rush. But yeah, so double vanities. Again, even our hall bathrooms, we like to work in the double vanity because if you have kids, it's just easier than them fighting for the bathroom in the morning,
with
the sink time. So we try to like make it as functional and as usable for young families or even, young couples that may be renting out a room. We do find that they buy and then they can't get rid of the roommate they're currently living with.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden they're like, well, just move into the house I bought. And they maintain that roommate for another year or 2 to help pay down the mortgage. So, so these are the finishes. We do crown molding throughout the master bedrooms.
Very nice.
We add in ceiling fans because, again, you're on the upper floor, high ceilings. It's just a nice feature for the people that like that breeze. So that's pretty much
it looks really
hardwood
nice.
floors throughout as well. So that's one thing that I've noticed with even like the 1.5 builders in the neighborhood is they'll put carpet in the bedrooms.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So one thing that we like to do standard throughout is hardwoods and allow people to put area rugs down because we just feel like overall it's a better selling feature.
Yeah.
So
people like the hardwood floors, definitely. That makes sense. Yeah, and they can put the area rugs, which makes sense.
And then again, full tile all the way to the ceiling on all of our showers as well, which is a nice feature that a lot of people don't do. They cut it off like a foot below the top, and I'm like, I just dislike that so much. It's one thing where
it's beautiful. I mean, it really is beautiful that way.
It's more of a showstopper when it goes all the way up and you don't have to worry about your walls.
Yes. Helen, thank you so much for your time today. Helen, DC First Properties, and Josh Cohen. We look forward to sharing so many more properties with you, especially in this neighborhood. I mean, they own the neighborhood.
Dominating the neighborhood, and we can't wait to have you guys back out when we got other projects closer to completion.
Yeah, we're excited. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.